Hello everyone, welcome to Storytime with Lorenzo. Get ready to be inspired to dream big, little one. In this video, we are reading 4 amazing true stories of real people who changed the world, all in one super Storytime session. We'll read about 4 amazing heroes from the Little People, Big Dreams series. Michael Jordan, the basketball legend. Terry Fox, the brave Canadian who ran for hope. Patrick Mahomes, the football superstar. Albert Einstein, the brilliant scientist who changed the world. Michael Jordan. Hello everyone, welcome to Storytime with Lorenzo. Today's featured book is dedicated to all little ones who aspire to become athletes and to everyone who loves basketball. Little People, Big Dreams, Michael Jordan. Written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara. Illustrated by Lo Harris. Creatively read and adapted by Lorenzo. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and help my channel grow. Have you ever wanted to be the best at something you love? Let's find out how little Michael Jordan became one of the greatest basketball players in history. Little People, Big Dreams, Michael Jordan. Little Michael grew up in a town in North Carolina. He was the 4th kid of the Jordans, but he always wanted to be the first at everything. Especially if that meant beating his older brother, Larry. Hoping they would not just be fierce competitors but good teammates, his parents encouraged their kids to play all kinds of sports, and Michael learned that talent may win a game, but only teamwork can win a championship. One day, Michael came home from school crying. He hadn't been selected for the basketball team because he was too short. His mother wiped his tears and told him what she used to say to all her kids.
Go out and earn it.
Michael spent all summer practicing with the ball. When it was time to go back to class, he had not just gained self-confidence, he had grown taller, too. Soon, he was the star of the Buccaneers, his high school team. Whether it was defending the hoop, stealing balls, or making impossible jumps, he was the best on the court. Many colleges set their sights on him, and Michael accepted a scholarship to the University of North Carolina. Michael went from scoring the winning shot at the college finals to receiving a gold medal at the Olympics. With 23 on his back, he joined the Chicago Bulls at the NBA, the biggest professional league in the world. The Bulls had never landed a title. Still, Michael was there to do what teammates do, help each other become better players. 6 years later, they won their first championship and they kept winning 3 times in a row. When the best NBA stars were invited to participate at the Olympics, Michael knew that the gold medal would come home with them. The whole world went wild watching the Dream Team, the most incredible team ever assembled. Michael was so famous that even a pair of sneakers were named after him. But when his father died, he was heartbroken and quit basketball. He sought comfort playing baseball, his dad's favorite sport. It took him a year to realize that his place was on the basketball court, next to his teammates. Everyone who loved the game was happy to see Michael lead the Bulls to win their 4th championship on a very special date, Father's Day. Air is back. Go Bulls! Thanks, MJ. We love you. One day, his coach Phil announced that it was his last season with the team. Michael and his teammates wanted to make sure it ended right. And after winning his 6th title, it was time for his airness to hang up his sneakers too. Whether he was playing with one of his 5 kids or raising money to help other children, Michael never stopped competing. He became a successful businessman, supporting all kinds of sports, from golf to car racing, by expecting things of himself before he could even do them. Little Michael became the biggest legend in the history of basketball, and an inspiration for others to choose their dream and make it happen. Michael Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. One of 5 children, Michael's family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, when he was very young. His father was a General Electric plant supervisor, and his mother worked at a bank. Michael loved sports, and his parents encouraged him to try everything. He didn't make his high school basketball team as a sophomore, but he trained hard, and the following year, he made the team. After high school, he won a basketball scholarship to the University of North Carolina, where he played under head coach Dean Smith. In Michael's first season at North Carolina, he was named Rookie of the Year for 1982. He was selected by the Chicago Bulls of the National Basketball Association, or NBA, as the 3rd pick of the 1984 draft. He went on to play 1,072 NBA games, becoming known for his airtime of 4-foot vertical leap for the basket, taking the Bulls to 6 NBA championships with his coach, Bill Jackson. He won Most Valuable Player 4 times, as well as 2 Olympic gold medals as part of America's most famous national squad, the Dream Team. When he retired from basketball, his determination never left him, believing that you have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. He has gone on to run charities, make movies, and work in business. In 2016, he was presented with the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama. Today, Michael is loved by people all over the world and is considered by basketball fans as the greatest player to ever step onto the court. Lesson of the story. Michael Jordan's story shows us that hard work and believing in yourself can help you achieve your dreams. Even when he faced challenges, like not making the basketball team, he kept practicing and never gave up. This teaches us that teamwork is important too. When we help each other, we can do great things. Remember, if you work hard and stay positive, you can reach your goals, just like Michael did.
The end. Please subscribe for more fun and exciting Read Aloud videos on Storytime with Lorenzo. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Terry Fox.
Hello everyone! Welcome to Storytime with Lorenzo. You're about to meet one of the world's greatest athletes, a Canadian hero. Terry had hopes, fears, joys, and challenges, and his own unique dream. His story shows that if you follow your own dream and believe in yourself, you can do anything. Little people, big dreams. Terry Fox. Written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara. Illustrated by T. Connor. Creatively read and adapted by Lorenzo. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and help my channel grow. Stay tuned until the end for some exciting games at the end of the story. Little people, big dreams. Terry Fox. Little Terry lived in the Canadian city of Port Coquitlam with his parents and 3 siblings. He was a determined boy who loved all kinds of sports and would never miss a day of school, not even when he was sick. His favorite game was basketball, but even though he tried his best, he was last to be chosen and played 1 minute all season. Yet Terry kept practicing, and 2 years later, he and his friend Doug were valued players on the basketball team. Being part of a team felt natural to him. So, when his coach encouraged him to try cross-country running, he wasn't sure if he would enjoy running alone. Still, he tried, and soon, he was the best distance runner in his school. He was studying to become a physical education teacher when he noticed a pain in his right knee. His parents' legs trembled when doctors said it was cancer, a disease that scientists had long been studying. Every part of our bodies is made of millions of healthy tiny cells, but some of the cells in Terry's knee were sick, and they were taking up room that belonged to the healthy ones. There was only one way to stop them. Of course, Terry was very upset about losing his leg. He was worried that he would never walk again. But the night before his surgery, he read the story of a guy called Dick who had run the New York City Marathon with an artificial leg. That story was like a shining light in the dark. Terry was eager to get up from bed and learn how to use his new leg. In just 3 weeks, he was back walking, and a few months later, he and his friend Doug completed a 17-mile-long race. Terry decided to run across Canada from coast to coast, raising money for cancer research. His goal was to collect $1 for every Canadian. One spring morning of 1980, under a cold mist, he began running his marathon of hope. Thousands of miles of lonely highways stretched before him, and even though sometimes he felt a terrible pain in his hip, his determination was stronger. Neither the heavy rain nor the sweltering summer heat could stop him. Marathon of Hope, Terry Fox, miles run, 99. Soon, the lonely highways were not lonely anymore, but filled with people who waited for hours to run next to Terry. Thousands of people cheered for him across Ontario, and in Toronto, he even met his all-time favorite hockey player. He had covered more than 3,000 miles in 5 months when he got ill again, and doctors said he needed to go back to the hospital. Terry had to stop running, but he never gave up on his dream. His whole country was there to keep it alive. People from all walks of life came together to take his place in the battle against cancer. When the first Terry Fox run was held, sadly, Terry was not there anymore. But 300,000 runners joined it and raised millions of dollars for research. Since then, every September, runners from almost 30 countries all around the world put on their racing shoes and run for little Terry, the bold boy who believed that dreams can be made possible if we all try. Terry Fox was born in Winnipeg, Canada, to a loving family. From a young age, Terry loved sports, and he took part in cross-country running and basketball throughout his teens. At only 18 years old, he was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a type of bone cancer. To try to stop the cancer and save his life, his leg was amputated, and Terry was fitted with a prosthetic. Inspired by Dick Tromp, the first amputee to complete the New York City Marathon, Terry decided to run a marathon himself. Soon after, he announced to his family that he planned to run the length of Canada to raise money for cancer research. After 18 months of training, Terry was ready to run his Marathon of Hope. He began in St. John's, Newfoundland, and was greeted by just a few people. But talk of his feat began to grow, and the Canadian public got behind him. Running almost 26 miles, 42 kilometers every day, Terry was warmly welcomed by crowds of people who cheered him on, and he raised thousands for charity. After 143 days and 3,339 miles, 5,373 kilometers, Terry was forced to end his marathon early. The cancer had worsened, making him very sick. Sadly, Terry died at the age of 22 on June 28, 1981. Even though he didn't finish his marathon, it is estimated that millions of dollars have been raised in his name. The Terry Fox Run, held annually in Canada and 30 other countries across the globe, is the world's largest one-day fundraiser for cancer research. Terry's amazing story shows the strength of the human spirit against all the odds. Lesson of the story. Terry Fox's story teaches us that no dream is too big if you believe in yourself and never give up. Glossary. Marathon, a long-distance running race of just over 42 kilometers. Surgery, a medical treatment in which doctors use tools to try to fix parts of the body. Artificial leg, a device made to replace a missing leg. Research, to study something in order to understand it and make new discoveries. Terry Fox Run, a run that takes place every year all around the world, raising money for research into cancer. Fun games. Terry met lots of people on his runs. Which path can you meet the most athletes on? Feel free to pause this video to find the correct path. Are you ready for the answer? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hooray! You did it! Another game? Can you spot the hidden items? Feel free to pause the video to look for the hidden items. Are you ready for the answer? Let's see if you found them all. Trophy, water bottle, teddy bear, paper plane, balloon, apple, first place ribbon, tennis racket, kite, toy car, rocket ship, ball.
Great job! The end. Please subscribe for more fun and exciting Read Aloud videos on Storytime with Lorenzo. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Patrick Mahomes. Hello everyone. Welcome to Storytime with Lorenzo. Today's story is for all the little ones who dream of becoming athletes and for everyone who loves football. Dream big, little one. Little people, big dreams. Patrick Mahomes. Written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara. Illustrated by Guillaume Karsten. Creatively read and adapted by Lorenzo. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. Have you ever played a sport and dreamed of being one of the best? Let's find out how little Patrick Mahomes followed his dreams and became a football superstar. Little people, big dreams. Patrick Mahomes. Little Patrick was a bouncy boy from Texas who seemed destined to play baseball. His father was a professional player, and Patrick never missed a game. He dreamed of following in his dad's footsteps. Besides perfecting his pitching and batting, Patrick picked up many skills from his dad. Hanging out at the ballpark, he learned how to be a kind teammate, a respectful leader, and a good friend. Patrick was in elementary school when his parents decided to split up. He and his brother Jackson stayed with their mom. To make sure they had everything they needed, she worked extra shifts. But she still found time to be Patrick's #1 fan. As he grew, Patrick mastered many sports: baseball, basketball, football, golf, even table tennis. Each sport gave him the chance to learn something new and become a better athlete. By the end of high school, he was still playing baseball, but had fallen in love with football. Many colleges were impressed by his skills as a pitcher and quarterback, yet Patrick had already made up his mind. After his second year at Texas Tech University, he decided to put all his energy into football. Soon, Patrick was smashing team records with his throws, determined to reach the big leagues and turn pro. He was 21 when he left college to join the Kansas City Chiefs, part of the NFL. Patrick had to wait until the end of his first season to play, but in just 2 games, he showed that he should be the starting quarterback. In his second season, Patrick was named the league's most valuable player. Just 2 years later, he led the Chiefs to their first Super Bowl win in 50 years. They were the most formidable team, and Kansas City was bursting with pride. The next year, Patrick's team lost the NFL championship to the Buccaneers and their legendary quarterback, Tom Brady. It was a sad day for Patrick, yet he knew that from every experience, there was a lesson to be learned. The Chiefs reached the final again 2 seasons later. They were behind against the Eagles when Patrick felt pain in his ankle. Still, he refused to leave the field. He knew his team relied on him to win. Patrick was already a football legend and had shattered most NFL records when he won his 3rd Super Bowl in 5 years. Everyone was eager to see where his powerful arm, quick legs, and surprising throws would take him next. On this amazing journey, Brittany, his high school sweetheart, has always been by his side. Together, they help improve children's lives through Patrick's Foundation, 15 and the Mahomes. And that is how Patrick, the little boy who dreamed of pitching baseballs, became the world's greatest quarterback. He proves that sometimes the most incredible victories come from the most unexpected dreams. Patrick Mahomes, born 1995. Patrick LaVon Mahomes II was born in Tyler, Texas. His father, Pat Mahomes, was a professional baseball pitcher who played in the major leagues. Young Patrick loved baseball and dreamed that one day he'd play professionally too. But baseball wasn't the only sport he loved. Through high school and into college, Patrick also played football. While at Texas Tech University, he became known for his exceptionally long throw and record number of touchdowns. During this time, Patrick decided it was time to leave baseball behind and follow a new dream, playing in the National Football League. Not long after, he was asked to join the Kansas City Chiefs, and in 2018, became their starting quarterback. Over the next 5 years, he led the Chiefs to Super Bowl victory 3 times and was named the league's most valuable player twice. Patrick has broken numerous records, including being the fastest NFL quarterback to reach 25,000 career passing yards. Passionate about equality for all, he has spoken up against racism and discrimination and aims to use his fame to make the world a better place. Through his foundation, Patrick is dedicated to improving children's health and well-being and helps run a program which encourages children to develop a love for reading. His teammate in life is his wife, Brittany, an entrepreneur and former professional soccer player. Together, they are parents and business partners, having co-founded the women's soccer team, Kansas City Current. Patrick's journey reminds us that however our dreams change, it's our determination to achieve them that counts. Lesson of the story. Patrick Mahomes shows us that dreams can change, and that's okay. What matters most is working hard, learning from challenges, and never giving up on what you love. The end. Please subscribe for more fun and exciting read-aloud videos on Storytime with Lorenzo. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Albert Einstein. Hello everyone, welcome to Storytime with Lorenzo. Today's story is all about Albert Einstein, the little boy who grew up to become a legendary scientist and changed the world. If you love science or dream of becoming a scientist one day, this story is for you. Little People, Big Dreams, Albert Einstein. Written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara. Illustrated by Jean-Claude. Creatively read and adapted by Lorenzo. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to help my channel grow. Dream big, little one. Little People, Big Dreams, Albert Einstein. Once upon a time, there was a little Jewish boy born in Germany who took 4 years to say his first word. His name was Albert, and for some time, his little sister Maya was his only friend. No one else had enough patience to wait for him to talk. Albert was 5 when his father gave him a pocket compass, which instantly became his favorite toy. There was something magical in that magnetic needle. It always pointed north. He wanted to learn how it worked. School was a bit of a nightmare for Albert. But back home, he loved diving into a pile of physics and math books, trying to prove theories on his own. By the time he was a teenager, he had published his first scientific paper. After studying math and physics in Switzerland, Albert got a job at a patent office. In this place, amazing new inventions were recorded, but none were as groundbreaking as the idea he was working on at home. Albert was a bit disorganized, but inside that brain, his thoughts were in perfect order. he came up with a formula that said that anything we can see and touch can be turned into energy. It became the most famous formula in the world. Do you know the famous math equation E equals mc squared? It's one of the most important scientific discoveries in history. But what does it mean? E stands for energy. M stands for mass, the amount of matter. C squared stands for the speed of light squared, a constant. In simple terms, a small amount of mass can be converted into a huge amount of energy, and vice versa. His curiosity led him to explore space and time by mixing two original ideas, and he turned physics upside down with his theory of relativity. When he was proven right on an experiment, every college in the world wanted to meet this scruffy physicist. Albert was awarded a Nobel Prize for discovering photons, the tiny particles that light is made of. Still, he didn't attend the ceremony. He was busy traveling from place to place, sharing his knowledge with other scientists and thinkers. Every country in the world received Albert with honor, but back home, a very different welcome awaited him. The Nazis had taken control of Germany. They planned to get rid of anyone who was not like them, especially Jewish people. It was not just Albert who was in danger, but also many of his colleagues. Before moving to America with his family, he convinced governments and universities to hire Jewish scientists. Thanks to him, they could leave Germany too. When the war broke out in Europe, Albert feared that the Nazis could use his discoveries to create the most terrible weapon in the world, a nuclear bomb. He sent a letter warning the President of the United States. He always regretted signing that letter. It led to the United States making their own nuclear bomb. Albert had always stood for peace and thought science should only be used to do good. That's why he refused to be involved in the creation of such a weapon. He became an American citizen and loved his new home. Still, he felt terrible about how the country treated his black fellow citizens. Whenever he could, he wrote against racism and used his fame to speak out about it. And by always questioning everything, little Albert became one of the most original minds of the 20th century. A genius who proved to the world that curiosity and imagination are more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein was born 1879 and died in 1955. Albert Einstein arrived to parents Hermann and Pauline on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, Germany. Older brother to Maya, Albert grew up in a non-religious Jewish family. His father, Hermann, was a salesman and engineer, and his mother, Pauline, ran the family household. As a young child, he had what was considered to be speech difficulties and turned to classical music, learning to play the violin at a very early age. Albert felt alienated at his school, struggling with the school's rigid style. Soon, his family moved to Italy, and Albert continued his education at Aarau, Switzerland. In 1896, he entered the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich to be trained as a teacher in physics and mathematics. Unable to find a teaching post on graduating, he instead went to work at the patent office. In his spare time, he read and he wrote, and in 1905, Einstein's miracle year, he penned a series of papers that changed our view of the universe forever. In the theory of relativity and beyond, Albert always appeared to have a clear view of the problems of physics and was determined to solve them. In 1921, he won a Nobel Prize in physics, and his work laid the foundation for research into the evolution of the universe. As the Nazi Party rose to power in Germany, Albert migrated to America in 1933
and never returned to his home country. There, he used his platform to advocate for social justice, especially for Black Americans. Today, he continues to inspire generations of great thinkers across the world as one of the greatest physicists in the history of humankind. Lesson of the story. Albert Einstein showed us that curiosity and imagination are more important than just knowing facts. His love for learning and asking questions helped him discover amazing things about our world. His story teaches us that even if we face challenges, our passion and determination can help us achieve incredible things.
The end. Wow, those stories were awesome! Michael, Terry, Patrick, and Albert showed us that with big dreams and hard work, anything is possible. Remember, no dream is too big when you believe in yourself. Keep dreaming big. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe.